In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a frame using Inventor's frame generator. So when I refer to frame, it would be things like, I-beams, channels, etc. So when we're creating a frame generator, it needs to be in the assembly environment. And what I've done over here is I've created a 3D object, so a 3D box, and then I've created both a 2D sketch and a 3D sketch. I'm going to show you how we're going to use that to create geometry with our frame. So the first thing I do is go to the Design tab, and on there you'll see Insert Frame, and there's a whole lot of different commands unavailable because I haven't put in any frames yet. So when I go into Insert Frame, the first thing it's going to do is look at the content center to see what's available to us. Now, on the left-hand side of here, see we've got our properties palette. And you'll see there, as in all the normal palettes that we have, working from top to bottom. So the first thing is select a line. So you can either select an edge or sketch geometry, or specify a frame location by 2 points. So I'm just going to go and say, well, I want to go on the top over here. Okay, and you'll see it gives a highlight or preview of what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to go and take a look at them from this side. And over here, you'll see that I've got these little white dots, and they basically tell me to place the, the center point on those parts over there. Okay. So I've just actually selected a few points that I should not have. I don't want this. Okay. So once that's done, I can see over here I wanted to actually have everything in the middle. So what it does is it places the line that I selected on that middle spot over there, or on that spot, or on that spot over there. Okay, I just delete that and that spot over there. Okay. So once that's been done, the next step is to see what frame or what shape you'd like. So we see you've got angles, channels, I-beams, other, which is sort of some modification that you've done, round bars, round tubes, square rectangular tubes, square rectangular or hex bars, T's and Z's. Okay, so let's keep it on channel over here. Okay, and then you got your standard. Okay, so whatever standards you've got in your content center, it's going to choose a standard from there. I'm just going to go ISO. Once that's been selected, then you're going to choose your family. Okay, so there's only one family for ISO that's available to me at the moment, and then the size as well. So I feel that 80 by 8 is good enough for me at the moment. Then you'll choose your material. Okay, so we can override the material if you want to. And then also an appearance. So you can have it, instead of the material as appearance, you can go and override that material over there. Then you also have the option to merge frame members. So, maybe it's a straight line and a curve. You can merge that if you want to. And then obviously changing your rotation over here. So you have got your grips over here as well. So if I grab this grip over there, you'll see how the rotation is changing inside there. And then as well as you can just drag it down left to right. So you can actually move it as well, with these grips over here. And that would be offset A and offset B. Once that's done, I can go to the bottom here and apply and create a new frame. We'll just go okay, and let's just see what has been created. So once that's been created, let's go see what we see over here. Okay, so there you can see that we've got our frames. It looks pretty good. And let's see what we can do with these frames. Oh, sorry, before we do that, let's go see how we can place on you can place on a 3D line and a 2D line as well. So insert frame again. I'm going to do let's do a round tube. And you can see that I'm placing it on my 3D sketch as well as my 2D sketch as well. So you're able to place it on elements of solids as well as sketches. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. And then click on OK. So once that's been created, we'll see we've got something like this. Now, we don't need this solid anymore. And what you normally do is we make it a reference solid. So we go to component, and so not component, let's see, bomb structure, and make it reference so it doesn't pick up. And then I'm just going to go and change it to invisible as well. I don't really want to see it. Okay, so once that's done, let's take a look at what we can do with this. So on the end over here, I've got a mitre and select my two edges, and what it does, it'll bring it towards and mitre it over there. Okay, you can also put a mitre distance in there as well, and if you want to do another one, click on the plus button and then you can go and do the other side as well. And then this time, let's go put a distance in. Let's just say it's maybe 2 mils for welding. Okay, and there you can see we've got the gap in over there. Okay. Then what we've also got is notching, corner joints, trim and extend, lengthen, shorten. So as you can see on each of this notch frame members, it'll just cut a notch out of the other one. And if I take a look at this, so let's see what it does. Okay, so select the frame member. Let's do this one here. Select the second frame member. Oopsie, sorry, let's just deselect that. Go to the next one, frame member, and click on OK. Now you must be careful with this. You'll see there that I've got a situation where it actually hasn't cut that back. So what I would normally do with this is actually take this back to the top there and then notch it so that we've got the proper correction. Because what it actually does is, so you must be careful with this, it actually just takes away, it deletes where there's interference between the two. So just be careful of that. So what I would probably do over here is say, right, let's lengthen or shorten it. Okay. Let's see, what is it by? I don't know what this is. It's a 50. How much does it shorten it by? Okay, so it's actually added it. Let's go minus 50. Okay, let's go minus 500. Okay. Really should minus 250. Okay. Minus 240. Okay. Okay, let's go do something like that. Okay, so there we go. Okay, there's obviously interference over there, and this is when you can go and do your notching. Okay, so notch, select your first component, select the second component, and then select it over there, and then it will go and give you the correct notch over there. Okay, so a little bit of modification before you actually can get it right. So just be careful, as I said, you don't want to have the situation on the right over here. You want to more have the situation on the left over here as well. Okay. Then if you have created a mitre or you can go and sort of get rid of it. So with this over here, you can remove your end treatments. So by removing the end treatments, it will then go and remove the end treatments of that and take away that mitre that I've created over there. Okay. One of the nice things about this is that when you do go to your bill of materials, you are able to get out those links as well. So if I had to go open up one of these components, you'll see that we've got one of the parameters that it's running on. So go to my parameters over here, and you'll see there length. There, your GL length. Okay, so if you need to get out a length or a total length of these these frames that you are doing, just remember that G_L parameter is what you can use to get the distance over there. Okay. So there you can see there length, and it is ticked for export. So it's already, before we even start with this, it's already got those parameters figured so that we can actually use it in the in your bill of materials. Okay. So that's just a quick little introduction on your frame generator. I know that a lot of guys just sort of go to your assembly, place from content center, and they start cutting and pasting and modifying it from there. But with the frame generator, if you can just get that skeleton going, it actually is quite quick and easy to be able to start and just get out a very quick frame in a lot less time. And then you're able to, one of the most important things about this is that if you do go and change the reference, so for instance, if I go and take this from up to 500, you'll see there that everything will update as well. So that is one of the powers of having this frame generator, is that it actually updates so that you don't have to go and then, maybe bring it back in from the content center and redo everything over again. Okay. So hopefully you've learned a little bit something today, and thank you very much for watching.